Do you really, really, really know how to care for your wigs, whether it's human hair fibers or synthetic? Do you really know how? Do you know some of the things that you're doing today is going to cause the wig that you purchased to have a short life? Come with me. Let's get into the weeds of the tools of the trade, so to speak, of what you need to be very professional to keep your wigs in top condition so that they will last you more than double, even triple what the manufacturers suggest. Tools that we all need if we want to preserve our wigs to last for many years. Most important is that your combs, your brushes be reserved only for the wig department. You have a whole separate brush and comb for your own hair, for the obvious, so that you don't transfer a lot of the oils from your own natural scalp onto your wigs. This preserves your wigs so that you don't have to continually be washing them over and over and over again. Even though they do have, particularly the synthetic wigs, have quite a long life. Yes, washing them, eventually they start to wear out. So if you can do the best you can to be as meticulous as you can in keeping your wigs as clean as you can while using them, and of course you have to wash them when you have to, but this will preserve them and cause them to last you so much longer. So what also is important is, like, this is what I use, this kind of like a comb brush. I keep this in my purse. That's basically what I use. And also what's great is these combs. These combs a lot of times will come to you complimentary from the wig company. These are great because you basically are actually combing your wig, right? And it's not as abusive to your fibers because of the nature of the wide-eyed comb. Also, there's a spray that I use when I'm styling my hair, and I'll put the links below. Yes, they have wig shampoos, which I recommend as far as the shampoos, as well as hairsprays. I really prefer this. It's just alcohol and water. And I find if I have some permatease, which are little hairs that might be sticking up, what I first do is I rub my hands to get the heat, and then I kind of press down. And if it's still there, then I follow up with my little hairspray. And if I'm going to a special event, yes, I'll style my hair and I'll kind of spray around the spray and kind of mat it down. And it kind of, a lot of the fibers, everything kind of, it's perfect. It really stays in place. Now, when you are wearing a lace front wig, after multiple uses, the lace front will have a tendency to lift. And a lot of it is because of multiple use, because it's a very, very fine lace, but also because it will pick up your foundation that tends to be up on the crown area. So what I recommend is, if you have those facial wipes, maybe every 3 days, if you wear that particular wig every day, just very gently kind of wipe the foundation off, and this will preserve it. Most importantly, if you have to resort to the body glue, and It Stays is the one that we all go to, but also I'll put the links down below. If you are traveling or in your purse, there's lace stick, which is like a very, very easy shot where you could actually squeeze and actually be putting the glue right up on your crown, and then you kind of mat down with your finger, kind of hold it for a few seconds, and then the lace will stay in place. This is a go-to, particularly if you're traveling. I find it's very, very helpful. But what's most important is keeping your cap in place so it doesn't slide off. Now, let me share with you what I used when I was brand new with wigs. I loved these stretchable hair bands. They're made out of plastic, you see, and they have, on one side is a flat ridge, on the other side is a higher ridge, of which would be, to interact with the wig itself. Now, they come like in a soft, like beige color or clear color, whatever you want to do. I love these in the very beginning because when I would put it on and push it back, it pulled up my wrinkles. I almost felt like I had a facelift. Anyway, but I did find if I was wearing a wig, say more than 4 or 5 hours, I sometimes would get a headache. So, but be mindful of that. You might really prefer using this because it's a wonderful grip. Now, also the traditional grip that we all wear tends to be made of a fabric, and let me show you here. It's a very soft Velcro here. That's like that. It's just, these are wonderful, and they have, you put them around your scalp, and just clips this in the back, and you have this around, and then you just put your wig on top. Now, when I travel, now this is me personally, only because my own natural hair is very thin and it tends to be slippery. I'll put this on, but then I always follow up with 2 little bobby pins in my lower nape area and 1 bobby pin on either side. This keeps this in place, because if this stays in place, your cap is going to stay in place. So that's why it's important to wear these. Now, there are wigs, and in my other videos I share and show you, they have these clips, like little combs that are actually sewn into the wig itself. Particularly human hair wigs, you will find that most of them are made this way. They have these interior little clips. So you don't need to wear these bands. Even with synthetic fibers, if you didn't want to wear these bands, you could buy these little clips and hand sew them in. Normally you would have 1 here, 1 on either side, and maybe 1 or 2 also, or 3 in the lower back. And they basically are clips. You put them on your hair and they clip under your hair, and then you push them down, and it kind of holds it in place. So that's an option too. Now, for those of you that do not have hair due to a medical condition, wearing wigs can be very itchy on top of your scalp. So you need to wear these very, very soft caps that they have. And this is one. It's very, very soft. And this actually has the Velcro band around it. So this would be perfect for you. Now let me share with you what companies sometimes will put for free when they sell you a wig. A lot of times they'll actually include this inside the box. This is a cap, just the cap. It's very, very soft. It's just wonderful. And then also a lot of times most companies do include a cap, but it's more like a see-through, like this, and sometimes more of a fabric. And you basically just put this on. And the whole purpose is just to hold your own natural hair in place when it comes to these open end like this. So you have that to actually hold them in place. Now, as far as styling your hair, baby boomers, we can buy these long wigs. It's just a matter of our styling. I just feel that if you're, say, 55 or 60 or older, just be mindful that you don't want your hair kind of falling down. It just goes along with our falling face. Wear it always up and away. I wear this like this, or I'll do the scrunchie off to the side or in the back. There's so many ways you can style your hair. So be open to purchase any length of hair. Now, the longer ones, where by the end of the day, if I don't go and comb it, because of the synthetic fibers, they will kind of get kind of gnarly, and they will kind of interlace with each other. But it's very, very easy to comb out and to keep, to keep looking beautiful. So also there are the headbands, which are wonderful to wear. And even if you have the lace front and it's lifting, no problem, because the headband can actually hide it. So there's the headbands, and there's these wonderful clips that you can put like that, right in, to kind of hold it back. And I'll put all this in the description down below. So I hope this has helped you a little bit. I know it's kind of boring, but it's so important to learn these pieces of the puzzle so that you will have a wonderful world of this wiggy fun. Have a great day.